Hello, all you wonderful people. I'm Lisa with Living Life with Lisa, and on this channel we talk about living life to the fullest with chronic illness. And I personally have MTHFR, early onset dementia, and now kidney disease, because we like to add all things to this stuff. No. And there's other things too, but right now I'm up in Mishawaka and just had a little checkup. Nothing big, nothing has anything to do with price rise in China. Everything's fine. So I gotta run by the school on my way home because Aiden forgot to have me sign his class schedule for next year, and it was due last week. And I've already signed Randy's, and Aiden being older gets dibs over Randy, so he blew it. If he didn't get what he wants, it's his own fault because he didn't get it turned in time. So, but anyway, last night we went to see Stomp. It was the birthday gift, and to be totally honest, we were very disappointed. I was very disappointed. The boys were trying to be good, and I leaned over and I said, unless it's gonna hurt somebody's feelings, we're gonna leave it in remission. And they said, "You don't like it?" And I said, "No, I'm not impressed by it at all." And so we waited, and then it seemed like they weren't going to do an intermission. So I just had everybody walk out one at a time, and we all met out the door, and we left and went over to Olive Garden for dinner, and Olive Garden was good. It tastes good. And we finally got home probably about 9:45 last night, and everybody pretty much went straight to bed. I could not sleep. I was awake until 3. Finally got to sleep. I got up today at 7. Well, I get up. Oh, fire truck. Well, I guess I'll sit here for another turn. Life in the big city. So anyway, we went to Olive. We got home and I couldn't sleep. I got up and at 7, and I drove up here to got the boys off school and drove up here to Mishawaka. And it was, and I'm wide awake right now. I'm hungry, but I have to get groceries. I'm not gonna pick them up till 3. But I've got to do something about this weight. This weight is getting too much. Thyroid or no, I'm not gonna wait on Jason. So I'm gonna start trying to eat a little better. Don't know how that'll go, but I gotta get some of these pounds off because there's no reason at all for me to be as heavy as I am. This is not my all-time high, but the only time I was my all-time high, I was literally bedridden for months, and so I gained all that weight. And the last time I was bedridden with my lower back, I didn't gain any weight. Which I don't know how that happened, but it was good. But now, I don't know. I don't know what's going on or why it's doing that, but I'll do whatever I can to get this calmed down a little bit because this is really bugging me a lot. And so I'm going to do what I can. So I haven't eaten yet, and it's not because I'm going to starve myself, because that's not the plan. It's just that if I stop somewhere and get something, then, that's calories for the day. That's the only thing I eat all day. And so I don't necessarily want to put myself in that position. But I just don't see any other way of doing it. So we're gonna try. Plus, I'm not supposed to eat meat. Well, actually, it's just, that's not true. I was told to not take anything but Tylenol, but I was told by other people that have this disease that the kidneys have the harder time breaking down meats, red meats, and breaking down maybe it's just meats. I don't remember what the other food was, but I know, I'll eat less meat, but I'm not going to give up on meat, And Aiden said last night, he said, how come you got all this weird food? And I said, because I have kidney disease. And I said, I'm really supposed to not eat meat, but that's not going to happen. And he said, what, you'd rather die? And I said, yep. And he said, all right, me too. I'd die before I had to give up meat. And started laughing. And so he's a all meat boy. So I'm going to, I ordered a bunch of fruits and vegetables that I like, and then I got some sweet potatoes, and I don't like sweet potatoes, but I'm going to look up some recipes for them, because I can eat sweet potatoes, I can't eat regular potatoes, and this is just for this one diet I'm trying. It didn't have, I don't even know what it's called, but it's not doesn't have anything to do with my illness or anything, but I'm just trying to get this weight off, and I want to feel full while I'm doing it. I don't want to feel like I'm starving myself, because that wouldn't cut it, would it? I haven't told my dad yet. I'm going to. Tomorrow I go for my MRI for the cyst on the kidney to see what that's all about. And then I have my blood work for everything again on the 6th of March, which is Friday. No, not this Friday, next Friday. Yeah. And so, just speed through town here. And then we're going to go get passports on this Friday. It's going to be another busy week. It's nothing's slowing down any. There's no plans officially for the weekend this weekend, so yay there. We have no band practices scheduled. We have no ball games scheduled. We have no concerts or dances to go to, our programs, and so hopefully it'll be a quiet weekend. We can just kind of laze around, everybody do what they want, and not have to be running and going places all the time. So that'd be nice, because we had something every day this weekend. That's what I don't know why I couldn't sleep last. I have an idea why I couldn't sleep last night, but I'll do it, and I'll do a rant video later. I'm not gonna do it today. If you want me to do a rant video, let me know, because I've got something to rant about. But and about disability and people that like to make up opinions and make up rumors when they have never walked in your shoes and have no idea what you're going through. So that might be coming up. We had some crazy winds yesterday. They're not much better today. It's a little bit, but it's still push you over, but it's not knocking out electricity and knocking over trees, so that's good. But it was definite windstorm yesterday, all day long, and into the night. But as far as I know, we didn't have any damage or anything, so that was good. Let's see what else. Nicole's supposed to come over tomorrow. I don't know if she will or not, because frankly, she needs your prayers and unspoken prayers. So I don't know if she remembers that she's coming over or not. I am not going to remind her, because she has so much on her plate right now that I'm afraid she's getting ready to break. And it has nothing to do with caring for me. It's all in the rest of her life. So just keep her in thoughts, and hopefully she'll remember to come over. And if nothing else, she can come over and rant on my shoulder for a while, because I think she needs it. I know she needs it. It's taking forever to get home. Forever and ever. So I'm going to talk to you later. Later, Gators. I'm back. Well, I didn't know if I was going to get to the end of this today or not, because it turned into a wild afternoon. I stopped, I went to, I stopped at Dollar General, and I was going to pick up a few things. I'm going to turn that just a little bit. Sorry about that. Don't copy my fingerprint. I was going to pick up some stuff for dinner and some milk, because I didn't want to go pick up groceries tonight at 9 p.m. So I picked up the things we needed for the morning. And while I was in there, I got a phone call from the high school. And as soon as the teacher got on there, I said, well, what'd Randy do? And he was something else. And I tell you what, God bless her, because she wasn't nearly as upset with him as I was. And I've taken his phone away for I don't know how long, but I told him he was cutting up in her class because he likes to be a class clown, and she sent him down to the office to cool off for a little bit. And on his way down there, according to her, he called 5 people in the room of the cell phone. And then, well, I told him, I said, and I text on there. I said, you read this text and you don't answer me unless you say I understand, which he does not understand and does not follow directions very well. So I put on there that you cannot interfere with other kids' education. You cannot interfere with somebody doing their job. They can sue us and take everything. Do you want to give everybody our house, our vehicles, and all of our stuff and all our money? And so then, fine, I thought they'd taken this phone away at school because he didn't read it and didn't even read it until the end of the day. And he said, how can they sue us? And I said, I didn't break anything. And I said, it doesn't have anything to do with it. And I just could not get him to understand. And I was getting madder and madder. And so I just refused, because I had to run Aiden over to orthodontist. And I had to go back and get Jesse to bring him Taekwondo. That's where we're at right now. And Randy had ordered some stuff and wanted to know where it was at. And I was refusing to answer him. I said, no. And I'm trying to see if we need the medicine adjusted. One of them. I don't know which one. But something's got to happen. And he just would never come down. And he was trying to call me from his bedroom. So every time the phone rang, I denied the call. And when he would text me, I turned off the sound. I wouldn't reply to him. And finally I said, if you want to talk to me, get out of your room and come talk to me. I'm in the next room. So he came in there and wanted to know where his stuff was. And I said, I don't know that I'm going to give it to you. I'm not feeling very generous towards you. I said, she's not nearly as mad as I am. I am furious. I am fed up. And I don't think you need allowance anymore. I don't want to give you anything. And I said, and I'm taking the phone. And he said, well, she wasn't teaching, she was talking about such. I said, I don't care, she's talking about the phases of the moon. You shut your mouth and let her talk. That's her classroom. And I said, who's in charge in there? She is. If she tells you to shut your mouth, what do? Be quiet. And so then I tried to talk to him about his OCD, because I know that he had an attack in there, and he won't admit it to me that he had it, but he has telltales. And when she was describing to me what happened, her words were exactly his tell. And so I know that's what it was, but he didn't want to discuss it because he didn't see it as that, but he just didn't want to admit it. So the last few days he's been a piece of work. So anyway, he finally calmed down and admitted he was wrong, and thought that maybe he called 2 people. He called 5. She's not going to lie about 5. And so I just was fed up. So they were going to go see the doctor. I mean, I was fit to be tied. It was a good thing we weren't home together, because I tell you what, as angry as any of those teachers could have possibly been, I was 10 times more angry. And anyway, he claiming he's gonna be better, and I said, do I need to come in second hour class and sit with you? No. I said, well, that's gonna be the next thing. And I said, and we keep having problems, you're using this phone permanently. I was gonna disconnect it. I said, that's how serious I am. I am sick and tired of it. And so I don't know if he got it or not, or if he was just trying to say the right things or what, but I felt better about it, and I calmed down eventually, which is a good thing, because I wasn't going to give him time of day, let alone anything else. So anyway, that's kind of where we left it. So we went to the orthodontist, and he's getting closer to getting his braces off. Aiden is. They're just trying to reshape a little bit of his front teeth with rubber bands to get the overbite right, and then he'll get his braces off. So can't wait for that to happen for him, because that'll be cool, kind of cool. And then just doing taekwondo, and I think I was doing a live last time. I don't know if I think I was doing a live when he came back out and he wasn't supposed to be. It was because he threw up, but he didn't really throw up. He just was tired, wanted to go home, because he does that when he doesn't want to eat something. He goes, well, that's what he was doing on the floor, and they had enough time to send him down the basement to the bathroom. And so I tell you what, kids, oh my gosh, I'm trying my hardest to raise good ones, and I tell you what, I am not one of those, I really am not one of those parents that make excuses for them. And I just don't know why because they're kids. They're just doing what kids do, and it's just aggravating me. But luckily, I think we got 3 calm boys, and we almost have a calm Lisa. It might take just a little bit, but almost got a calm one. And so Nicole is coming over in the morning. I talked to her, and she will be there in the morning. And I don't know what for sure we'll do, but she likes to work on my room, and she does really well of make it, because I literally just walk around in circles. I get something in my hand and I don't know what to do with it, and I walk around. And so some tough things were going on this afternoon. She's supposed to let me know how everything went later. I'm going to give her some time. I think she probably works tonight, I'm guessing. I don't know. But I usually text her a little bit after 10, because that's what time her shift does start. And then I'll see how she's doing, because she's supposed to let me know how everything went. And I just hope things get easier for her, because she's such a sweetheart, and she'd give her shirt off her back for anybody. And she's just so loving, and it breaks my heart that she's going through what she's gone through. And and it's just, and it all comes down to, kids are great, but they break your heart. And it's just tough. Sometimes they're tougher than others. But keep her in your prayers. And then I have my MRI tomorrow. Then I have to take Randy to the doctor. And I have to take Aiden to his lesson. I think I get to sleep on Wednesday. I think I can sleep on Wednesday. I don't know. But anyhow, I'm trying to think. They gave me directions. Oh, I can't eat or drink anything 4 hours before the MRI. And I drink water non-stop. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. Chewing some gum or something. But they don't want a full bladder getting in the way of their MRI. And so I don't know when I'll know the results of that. It's just hard to keep track. I tell you, it's just hard to keep track. And so, don't know. I wish I had some more time, people that have time for me as far as caregiving and companionship, because it feels like I'm dropping balls, but I don't know if I'm dropping the ball or not. But I'm not sure. You know, it's because, you know, if I don't remember something, I don't remember it. I never remember. And so it's impossible to know when you're dropping balls. The medicine is getting to be, if it wasn't for that alarm thing, it'd be impossible. I've got one medicine I'm supposed to take 1 to 2 hours before I go to bed. I take it when the alarm goes off. 1 out of every 5 nights I'll remember to use the apple juice. And then they put me on a prescription dose of acid reflux medicine. And so I take it once a day. So I take it at night because that's when it's the worst. And so and those things are not in my pill bottle, my pill alarm thing. So it's kind of, if anything gets moved from where I know where it's at, it just, out of sight, out of mind. It just won't happen. And sometimes the hand towel drapes over the apple juice and I completely forget about it until, sometime I'm washing my hands and there's the bottle and it's like, oh, or drying my hands, and I see the bottle and it's like, oh, haven't been taking that. Or I start noticing in the videos that I'm talking really slowly and that I'm not making sense. And today I have been using it the last few nights consistently, but today I was too tired. I didn't go to sleep till 3 and I got up 7 and I couldn't think of my words. I didn't have words, and they're asking me about surgeries and I'm pointing at my shoulder and I can't think rotor cuff to save my life, and she's no help because she's not like giving me any hints. I don't know. And so I don't know. I'm worried because I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is gonna be a long video. I have too much responsibility for someone that needs a keeper. But on the same token, I think if it wasn't for all the responsibility I have, I'd be much worse off than I am right now. I think that the fact that I have to keep going and that we have to do things and we have to be here and we have to be there and there's always something going on somewhere, then I think that keeps me as sharp as anything else would have ever kept me. So for that, I'm grateful. And I just think that it would be a lot different had I not have the boys to worry after and my dad to worry after. So I think that's making all the difference in the world. But however, I feel like I am hanging on by my fingernails some days, and we have been going nonstop. I don't remember the last day we didn't go somewhere, and I'm tired. So when we go home tonight, Jesse's been going into his room and watching TV, which is, excuse me, the only thing he's allowed to do except homework and read. He's not allowed any computer or any internet. He don't watch TV. And he always wants to watch it in the living room. And so I told him, I said, no. He got in trouble. Oh, he got kicked off the bus last week. Friday. I don't know if I told you about that or not. He got kicked off the bus, and I was honking mad then, too. And so I told him, I said, we had all these things that he wasn't going to get, and then and I said, I don't want to see you. I'll let you know when it's okay for you to come back out. He said, okay. So he did that night. He stayed out of sight. He took me for my word, but I got over it pretty quick by the time I got to prayers. But he likes it in there now. He cuddles with his cat, plays with his cat, and he's got his room fixed up the way he likes it now. And so, and all the others have kind of gone to their room when they're about that age, and now he's that age, and he's gone to his room. So when we might go home, and if he takes his medicine and goes to his room, and we do prayers and he goes to his room, then I'm going to my room, and the other two can put themselves in bed because they are high schoolers. They can find the bed themselves. They just have to have everything turned off by 10 o'clock. And last night it got pretty close. It was like 3 till. And at 10 o'clock it was off. And everybody's where they're supposed to be. So, I don't know. I really am fortunate. I'm doing a lot of complaining tonight because 2 of the 3 have been pushing buttons like you can't believe. And I know they're just being kids, but they're good kids. You know, frankly, if as bad as they get, if this is the best they get, then I'll be pretty lucky. I'm just, hitting puberty and having, 3 of them. Think about that. 3 male teenagers. The testosterone is so thick in my house you can cut it with a knife. And and things were worrying me about what was going on, and talked to a friend, and the doctor, they said, oh, no, that's normal for boys. And I said, well, girls don't do things like that. I never did stuff like that. And they said, no, it's a boy thing. It's not a girl thing. I said, okay. And we won't go into more detail because they don't need to remember all these details. But I know what I'm talking about all the time. They think I do, but they know, but they don't. So, also, if anybody's interested in subtitling these, I'd sure appreciate it. If you know anybody that could do it, it's too much for me. And I noticed, frankly, I don't know if anybody else could subtitle it, because I'll listen back sometimes to these, and I can't understand what I said. It didn't, I mean, I'll know what I said, but it doesn't, the word that came out of my mouth is not the word that I thought was coming out of my mouth. But, so that's part of the process, hey? So I have got to let you go because this thing, I already have, we're at 22 minutes and this is the second part. So, it's going to be a real long one, or it's going to be a two-parter. I'm not sure. But, because it'll tie up my phone all night long, and I won't be able to talk back and forth with Miss Nicole. So, we'll see. It may be a two-parter. This part's already almost 23 minutes, and the other one was way past 15, I think. So, it's a marathon, and thank you for those of you that made it all the way through that last one, because that one was like watching paint dry, honey. And I put the color at the end because I just could not talk. My speech was like out the window. Just not a good day. And those of you that left comments, every one of you got it. So, congratulations. I know you watched it to the end, and I appreciate that. So, live life to the fullest, live life with no regrets, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.